Scott, Josh Burnett has recently been talking about he's ready to come back, and he said he's a little irritated about not being mentioned for a big potential rise in Bellator card. Is there any update on Josh? Have you been talking to him? What's happening with him?
Well, I mean, the reason why we haven't announced it is that there's nothing finalized with Japan. If we could get that fight together in Japan with Ryzen, then we would like him to fight there. So it's kind of like in a holding pattern, and to see if we can put this deal together.
And I know you mentioned, well, I brought up the Fedor fight possibly to you last time we talked. Is that something you'd be interested in still with Burnett?
With Burnett? I mean, yes, I think there will be a time for that, but I don't think that will be his first fight back.
How's the draw on Saturday going to work? Is this something they're doing inside the cage? Is it backstage after the event? How does that? What's the plan there?
Well, from when the last fight happens for the tournament, which will be the Archuleta Pitbull fight, then the winner will continue to move up to the stage where all the other contestants that have already fought in the tournament will be waiting for him, and then we'll start the drawing process. And I think we've already explained how the draw is going to work, but we have a couple twists in that story that make it very exciting. So I really, look forward to Saturday night, and we're going to have some fireworks.
Where are you at with Ryan Bader? Because obviously there was a controversy in the Congo fight. The winner of Machida Musasi feels like it could be a potential option. Where are you at with that?
Yeah, honestly, since Ryan fought, I haven't spoken to him. But after this weekend, we'll sit down and see what weight class he wants to go. But to me, I think fighting the winner of the Gegard fight, maybe we move up, fight him, or if he wants to stay at heavyweight, we'll have a fight for him.
I know the ink is probably still drying a little bit, but are we any closer to a debut for Chris Cyborg yet?
You'll have to tune in on Saturday. We have an announcement to make.
Any chance we could see Julia Budd defend her title in Canada? We haven't had an event in Canada since 2014.
It's definitely something we want to do, and I know we've talked about it a long time. It's like one step at a time, but I feel really good about going to Canada and doing something in Vancouver for not just Julia, but I think there's a bunch of talented fighters up there.
Lance Gibson Jr., you guys.
Yeah, we just signed him, and there's some talent there. So, Rory's asking me the same thing, when we're going to come up, and it's really a scheduling issue and venue issue, because the venues there are booked up, and then our schedule gets booked up, and we just haven't been able to put it together.
Have you paid attention to how ticket sales went well for the last UFC card in Vancouver? There is an appetite. Does that influence your decision?
No, absolutely. I mean, I think there is an appetite for mixed martial arts, but again, there's so many hockey dates up there that are booked, the arena concerts. It's not an easy venue to get into.
Speaking of champions, is there anything in the works for Alimale, maybe Juliana Velasquez fight coming up?
You know what? We do have something planned for her, but it's a little bit premature. We're still trying to work out the details, so that's something that we probably won't have ready for another week or so. But she will fight before the end of the year.
Is Velasquez kind of tough?
We're still thinking about the opponents, but her name is definitely in the mix.
Scott, what's the holdup right now with the competing card?
That's a tricky question. That's a really tricky question. I mean, I personally think that we're heading in the right direction. It's gone back and forth, but you're talking about different TV rights, different sponsor rights, and it's just challenging dealing with a foreign country where things tend to be a little slow, where we move a little bit quicker, but I think it's heading in the right direction.
Are you confident that'll happen?
When you say confident, what do you mean by that? Percentage-wise?
Percentage-wise, out of 100, what would you say?
If I was a betting man, I would put my money that it will happen.
Dan Lambert mentioned that Kyoji Horiguchi Oscar 2 is going to happen on that card at the end of the year. Do you know anything?
That won't be on, if we put it together, that will not be on our card. It'll be on the New Year's Eve card. But again, it's still back and forth, trying to work out the details, because you're talking about two different companies in the same business that have different television broadcast partners all over the world, right? So we have different sponsors, trying to iron out all the details. I think they would like to make it happen as much as we would like to make it happen, but it's going through all the fine details of it.
Would Fedor Rampage still be the targeted main event for that?
Well, that's not anywhere near signed or confirmed, but it's definitely something I think that the Japanese fans would really like.
I know it's complicated, but is there any headway on getting rid of these tape-delayed cards? I know that it happens every once in a while, but I think fans would like to see them eliminated completely. Is that something you're working proactively to get rid of?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've done a great job, on both the European side and here. When I talk about a year ago, I know we were getting blasted by the media saying, hey, none of our fights are being aired over there, but now they're being aired on Sky Sports, right? And then some of the UK cards will air on Paramount, but we're working on a lot of things, and I think that within the next 4 or 5 months, I think that we'll have a solution worldwide for both, or all over the world actually. We'll have an area for our fights to air, and like for instance, like the Japan thing, it's where does that air? We're trying to figure it out, but I think that we found a solution for that here. The time frame is a little different, so we might start a little earlier. So those are the details that we're trying to work out. But listen, our commitment is to try to make it easier for the fans to watch our product, and it's not always easy, but we're making headway, and I think that give us a couple months, I think we'll have a big announcement to make.
On that note, for fans who may be confused, how do you watch Bellator in Ireland tomorrow if you're in the United States?
It's on. Well, here's the thing. It's the Paramount side is going to be on Paramount, right? And the prelims will be on our app, and then the UK side will be on our app as well.
As for Bellator 228, is there someone you kind of see as who could be the dark horse in the featherweight tournament that might not be given enough love or appreciation?
Listen, we got some killers up here on the stage today, and Pitbull's a champ. He's going to be the guy to knock off, right? So, I give Juan a lot of credit for stepping up and, presenting the challenge instead of the challenge coming to him. But, Pitbull's a champ. In these types of situations, anything can happen, though, right? It's, there's a lot of slick fighters here. There's a lot of seasoned veterans. AJ McKee has a big task in front of him, and you can never underestimate a tournament because, like I said, one wrong move or one slip and it's over. So, to me, it's like I think Pitbull is the guy to beat, but like I said, anything can happen.
Was it difficult getting Antonio McKee on this card just because of his age and how he hasn't fought in a while? Was there a difficulty?
Not really. We went through all the proper process of getting him licensed and making sure he had all the tests, and he's been bugging me for 2 years, to fight on a card with his son, and we almost pulled it off a year ago, couldn't do it, so we said, okay, we're going to do it now, and he looks in amazing shape. I just saw him; he looks in great shape. So, I wish him luck. It's a great story, and I wish both fighters good luck.
So Access TV now is out of the MMA business temporarily. Would you like to see DAZN pick up LFA? Maybe boost the MMA content on that platform?
Yeah, that's really, it's something you should ask DAZN actually, and I think that they'll be here at the weigh-ins tomorrow. But listen, more MMA on DAZN, the better for everybody. And the LFA guys have been doing a great job. Access TV, I don't know if you guys know, but they had a long run. It's been quite a run. My experience with Andrew and all the guys there have been fantastic. In 2007, Strikeforce had a 1-year run with Access before we went, bought Pro Elite, jumped to Showtime, CBS. So it was a positive experience, and it was something that even like myself on a Friday night, I know I could turn into Access and watch a fight, and it was entertaining and fun, and get to check out the new guys, new girls, and see what's out there. But I think they had a great run, and if DAZN would be interested, I think it'd be great.
Are any concerns about the fight audience in LA being divided with the Spence and Porter fight going on a few miles away?
Yeah, you know what? I think there is some crossover, but you know what? Look, we have a great fight card. They got a great fight card. It's great for the fans of LA to have in combat sports to have a choice. So, we'll see how that goes.
Will you see Pitbull go back up to 55 after the tournament, or is right now it's 32?
I think he would like to as well. I think he'd like to defend both belts. That's what I think.
Is there any plan to do something with that title while he's in the tournament, interim belt, something like that?
Yeah, we have Benson fighting, and we have a couple other ideas as far as who's going to fight between now and then. But Pitbull might have some breaks in between the tournament. Like if he doesn't fight till March, maybe he fights Saturday night, and then if he picks a fight at the March slot or wherever he ends up in the tournament, maybe he could fight in between, and we would definitely welcome that.
Because you know those venues and dates for the quarterfinal.
I do, but I'm not going to tell you. No, Chuck. I don't. We're not ready to release it yet. We're still signing contracts, but hopefully by Saturday we'll have something fun to announce.
Are you guys looking at any more featherweights to add to the women's division, like Kat Zingano, who's currently a free agent?
Yeah, I think my guys are talking to her, and not just that particular fighter, but any free agent that's out there. We're talking to everybody, and so if there's a free agent or somebody getting to free agent, to me that's how you know what your value is going to be. So to me it's like, my guys are scouring the planet looking for the next top talent and talking to all the free agents, and we're going to be here and we'll be active bidder for everybody's talent.
So once it's actually booked, Cyborg and Julia Budd, where do you think that would rank in terms of best fights of all time in Bellator history? Because we haven't had a situation like this really in a while, where someone comes over, a huge free agent from the UFC, and fights a homegrown Bellator champion.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that it would definitely be special, and but I think there's going to be more to come. I think that fighters are going to be looking for the best deal possible, and I think that's going to require them to to move around, and it's going to go both ways. It's going to go this way to that way. It's going to come this way, and it's not just going to be one way. But we're gonna do our best to keep building this roster. And if you look at this roster 3 years ago, 4 years ago, it looks nothing like it does today. And I think there's been a lot of hard work on our guys, not just finding the free agents and buying from the top down, but also building from the ground up, which I think that we're very good at. So, that's the future.
Speaking of free agents, Rashad Evans has announced he's looking to come back, and he's got a history with quite a few guys under the Bellator banner. Any interest in bringing him aboard?
Yeah, you know what? I think my guys talked to him, but I'm not sure. We haven't. There hasn't been any serious discussions or anything like that. We've been focusing on the LA fight and trying to work out the fight in Japan and Hawaii and different obligations that we have. But I know that his managers reached out, and I think there's some type of dialogue. But who knows?
You talked about the winner's Saturday's main event, possibly fighting Bader for the light heavyweight title next. Was there ever consideration to do this fight on Saturday at 205?
What do you mean? Was after the? What? I didn't understand the last part of your question.
Was there ever any consideration of doing this fight on Saturday at 205 instead of 1?
Oh, I see. No, they wanted to fight at 185. So, and that thing can shake out a lot of different ways, because if they want to stay at 185, Lovato's definitely out there in the mix, and so a lot's gonna depend on what Ryan wants to do.
Is Lovato healthy right now? Is he ready to get back in there?
I don't know. I'm not sure if he's healthy or not, but I don't think he's coming on Saturday. I think a couple of his guys are coming to kind of scout out the fight, is what I was told.
Did Bellator go back to Hawaii this year?
I believe so. We're working on it. Yeah, working on it. Yeah, that's the plan. And it just makes a lot of sense in the routing. We go to go to Hawaii, then go to Japan, and just make it a 2 or 3 week run. Because if we, when we go to Hawaii, we're still going to do a Friday and Saturday night show. We'll do the Friday night for the troops, and then Saturday will be the DAZN fight. So that's still in the plans, and we're still working out the date. Thanks, guys.
When do you expect Moriguchi to defend his bantamweight Bellator championship?
I would say first quarter next year. He's going to fight on New Year's Eve, from what I was told. They're planning on that, and so then we'll have access to him after that.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thanks.